The family, what is going on? Welcome to another episode of the Iowa State Podcast. I'm your host, Mac, and I am incredibly honored to have the man that I do on tonight because not only is he an incredible football player and an even more incredible human being, he is somebody that I am now having on for a third time. My first ever episode was actually with this guy. So I mean, he's damn near my co-host at this point. So I'm so excited to have him on tonight. But that is obviously none other than Mr. Darren Grainger, starting quarterback for our Panthers football team. And just like I said, man, excited to have you on. So how you been, Darren?
Everything been good. Appreciate you for having me on. But just working out, training right now, just getting ready for the season.
Hell yeah, man. I love it. I love it. So off air, we kind of talked about this real quick. I had a questions lined up for you. We'll get to those, but I'll start with one that I'm excited to hear about, man. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for you and your family as well. But that is for those of you that may not know and didn't see on social media, Darren is actually now a father. So he's got even someone else, even more people that he's got on his back. So I gotta hear, man, what's it like being a dad?
It's been fun. I mean, just learning each and every day, new things and just seeing her grow. She's 7 months old now. So, just seeing her grow each and every day, just coming home after a long workout, seeing her smile, that just, takes the pressure off. And, she gives me another reason why to, go to the facility and put in the work. So sorry, but you know, she just gives me another reason to go to work and just put my head down and try to get to the next level like I want to do and provide for her. So it's been special. Seeing her come out, that was a special moment for me and me and my girlfriend. My whole family. My whole family is a bunch of boys. Yeah, I have a older sister and I have a bunch of cousins that are boys. So she's gonna be spoiled on my side of the family. My girlfriend's side of the family, they're all girls, so it's kind of different on her side. But I know on my side they were jinxing me a lot. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a girl. You're gonna have a girl. I'm like, I don't know. But she came out. It's just been a blessing for me.
Hell yeah, man. I love it. I love it. It sounds like you guys
Yeah.
got a little modern day Brady Bunch going on too. I love it.
Hey. Yeah.
I love it.
That's,
I love it, man. Well, yeah, man. Needless to say, knowing you the way that I do, I'm very confident saying I know you're going to be an incredible father. So, wishing you and your young one the best, my man.
appreciate
Um,
it.
but now we'll go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of talking about the whole sport of football. So first, I did the same thing with Brad Keys when I interviewed him. So I'll ask you, kind of give you a chance to make a little bit of a pitch, if you will. So, what would you want an incoming or a potential incoming recruit to know about the Georgia State football program and what they should expect if they were to come here?
Um, I would say, mostly just if you're looking for a family, like someone, when you get away from your parents or you want to go to college and you're looking for a family to go into, this is the perfect place for it. Coaches, players, training staff, everything. Everybody is a family here. We're so tight knit, and it's just fun to be around. It don't feel like a job. Other schools it may feel like a job to come to workouts and all that. It doesn't feel like that. You come into a family, you having fun, and you're enjoying yourself. And then also, just being in the state of it, in city of Atlanta, and just enjoying those experiences. Like I want to say, like this weekend, I'm going to a VR experience. I'm about to go do that. It's just a lot of things that you could do in Atlanta that you enjoy. There's a bunch of things that you could just get into. So I feel like those are just those two family aspect and just the experience in Georgia and Atlanta is what could sell you to come to Georgia State.
Oh yeah, I love it, man. I love it. That's a great answer. And you and Brad Keys actually gave different answers, so that's perfect, man. So I love it. The family atmosphere. I can tell it's something that you guys have really curated there. Not only the coaches but the players as well, man, because it takes everybody involved to do something like that. So that's awesome. So yeah, man, this next question, I feel like it's probably going to pertain to kind of the first one a little bit, but just curious, man, because I mean, we've known each other for a while now, so I gotta ask, man, what was the offseason like for Mr. Grainger? What did you get into that was outside of the sport of football?
Outside of the sport of football, like we talked about earlier, just taking care of my daughter. That was probably the most that I did. And I'm really like we talked about before, I'm really a low key guy, just kind of chilling the crib already. So just spending time with her, just enjoying my time with her and playing video games. That's pretty much what I did.
I love it, man. Hey, sometimes that's what you need, you know.
Yeah,
Sometimes, and hey, you're not out there getting yourself hurt by doing all these crazy things that some people do. So hey, as a supporter of you, I'm glad, man. I'm glad you're staying
yeah.
safe at home.
I'm a homebody. I'm a homebody.
Exactly. Cool, man. Cool. Well, yeah, man. With what I'm about to say next, I don't know if you were aware, you probably are at this point, but you will now be actually the first 3-year starter we've ever had at the quarterback position at Georgia State football. So that continuity is obviously huge, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you, really? And what are you doing to make sure that the legacy that you leave at Georgia State is the greatest one that we've ever seen at the quarterback position?
It's just been a blessing that, Coach Elliott and the coaching staff has given me the opportunity to come here and play and to show my talents. And the biggest thing that I want to do for them is win ball games. There's a lot of things that this program hasn't done yet. Conference championship is definitely one of them. And there's a couple of teams that we're looking to beat this year for sure. So just those kind of things, just to build the legacy, or you say, I feel like building my legacy is just winning ball games. And when we win ball games, everything else takes care of itself. So that's just the main thing. Just focus on the main thing and just win ball games. Try to go win a conference championship.
I love it, man. The main thing is the main thing. Exactly. And you're exactly right, man. Winning is definitely how you're going to leave your legacy. And I think, you're well on your way to leaving a great one. So whether that's on the field or off the field as well, man, I haven't heard a single person ever say a negative word about you, Darren, and that's deserved on your end. So
Appreciate it.
of course, man, of course. So yeah, it's very obvious you got a special skill set at quarterback, what most traditionally is called a dual threat. And that's one of the reasons I love you as a player. In one of my first interviews, I told you you're one of the slipperiest dudes I've ever seen, and that is still true. You are slippery, man. But I am curious at this point to kind of get your stance on it. Do you ever feel like you need to emphasize one over the other to kind of prove opposing coaches and maybe even just critics at the end of the day that you can do both? Because I know sometimes with dual threat quarterbacks, they feel like they kind of get put in one lane over the other. And
Yeah.
do you ever feel like you kind of need to prove that you can do both at the end of the day?
I would say probably after like maybe like a not a consistent game, maybe, or a game I felt like I didn't play great. That would probably be the only time where I want to prove that I could actually throw the ball. Me internally, I know I could throw the ball. I feel like I could throw the ball with the best of them. So just probably a game where I may not play my best, and next week I want to come out here and show the people what I really got. But other than that, I really don't focus on it too much. I know that my game involves passing and running the ball. So each week I just go out there and, if the throw's open, I may try to make the throws, and if running lanes are open, I just try to go run the ball and just help the team win. Whatever the team needs me to do, I just want to do that so we can win ball games.
I got you. Hey, man, it's like a guy on the basketball court that's getting assists, rebounds, steals, everything. Whatever you can do to help the team win, man. I love it.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love it. And hey, man, for those of you that don't know, Darren can throw the ball. All right, I dare you to go watch those North Carolina highlights, man. Some dots,
Appreciate
man. You
it.
were,
Appreciate it.
yeah, no, man. Those some of those passes were insane. So, I'm excited, man. I know a big season's coming from you for sure.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask though, because you've done both. So I honestly, and I need your honest answer on this one. One's got to be a little cooler than the other. What feels cooler? What makes you get more pumped up? Hitting that long bomb down a sideline, maybe a 50-yard bomb, or that scamper for 40 yards for a touchdown? Which one feels cooler?
Probably the touchdown pass. After the touchdown run, I'd really be tired. I'd really be tired.
I
I'd
got
really be
you.
tired, so I'm not that much energetic, but especially throwing a long touchdown. And when I think about the North Carolina one, Robert, I think about the Georgia Southern one, the Thrash on the sideline. Those type of throws, those get me really pumped up. So yeah, I'll take the touchdown pass.
Okay. I appreciate the honesty, man, because I that's why I laugh, man. You're like, hey, man, on a big run, I'm tired. That makes sense. And I've always said, a lot of people say the most exciting play in sports is a dunk or a home run. Nah, man, bomb, a long pass, a long
By
pass.
the
The
way,
beauty of it, man, just I love it.
yes,
I love it, man. So that's good. That's good. We're kind of on the same page on that one.
yeah.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, we'll talk a little more about the team with this next question, and it's never fun to say, but it is no secret that last season was a little bit of a disappointment for the football team. A lot of people in the Panther family, including myself, did have us win a little bit more games than we did, right? So, what are you and the rest of your teammates and coaches really doing this off season? Whether that's in the weight room, in the film room, in the classroom, on the field, whatever it may be. What are you guys doing to make sure that you guys don't experience that same fortune in 2023?
I would say, we're starting January when we got our new strength coach, and he's really changed the team's perspective on things, discipline, accountability, just adding a different vibe and a different culture to what we're trying to be. And he's really shaking things up. He was, when you have a strength coach for so long and you kind of get adjusted to that, then you get a new one, you have to adjust to it. And it was kind of shaky at first, but I mean, we bought in, and especially the people that we still had around, and we didn't want to be 4-8 anymore. So whatever he wanted us to do, we're going to buy in, and we want to be the best football team that we can be. So I feel like that has been a big step in the right direction. Just players, like players only, just really just focusing on details. Just like I said, just being more accountable. People getting on the field, putting in extra work, people putting in extra work in the film room, all those type of things. Uh, Quarterbacks going out, receivers, DBs working out with receivers. We even got a group right now going to work out on Sundays. We work out on Sundays now. So just adding those little things just to be a better football team. I feel like that has helped us kind of change and just get ready and be a better football team moving forward.
I love it, man. I love it. I'd love to hear that dedication out of you guys. And that group on Sunday you mentioned about, is that the Breakfast Club? I know Bright Keith's mentioned the Breakfast Club and his
Breakfast
previous
Club is the early mornings
the
during
early
the
morning. Okay, okay.
during the week.
He
Yeah,
named you
so
though. He named that you were part of the Breakfast Club. So I love it, man. I love it.
I'm there. I'm usually there pretty early. I probably maybe we work out at 7:30. I usually wake up around about 6:15, maybe. Get to the facility around like 10:30, 6:30, 6:40, and the Breakfast Club starts at 7. So I'm usually there pretty early.
I love it, man. I love it. I told him, "Baby, look out for some memes, man. I got some good ideas for the Breakfast Club." That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, yeah, man. So it's kind of. I feel like you were kind of saying it too with kind of some continuity. You are going into year 2 under Coach McKnight and his system and all of that good stuff. And anybody who watches the sport of football knows that coaching matters. And that's one of the bigger reasons is because of the continuity and knowing the system and it being this kind of muscle memory, for lack of a better term, right?
Mhm.
So I can imagine you're starting to feel a little more comfortable under the system. But what do you think this offense is going to look like, even with losing guys like a Tucker Gregg and a Jemias Williams and a Jamari Thrash, like you mentioned? I know we still got tons of talent, but it is going
Yeah,
to look different, right? They got different skill
yeah.
sets. So what is it going to look like?
Um, I would say it really doesn't change much. I mean, you might add little bits and pieces in there to fit people's skill set, but pretty much you're gonna see us run the ball. You're gonna see us RPO. You're gonna see us deep shots. Yeah, I mean, what you expect out of Georgia State football team, and I just feel like all you gonna see is just new faces that fit those roles that we kind of lost. So, I mean, you think about Tucker Gregg and Jemias Williams. Now you got Marcus Carroll, Casey Adams. You think about you losing Jamari Thrash. You got Robert Lewis, Jakai Cradle stepping into that slot. Kadarius Thompson stepping into that spot. People that can make plays. So I just feel like it's not going to change that much. Like I said, you go add a little just to fit the pieces, but I feel like we got people to fit those roles and be able to make plays.
I love it, man. Hey, different names, but it's going to be the same result. I love it, man. I love
So,
it. So yeah, so you kind of answered my next question. It was going to be, are we going to see a little bit more of the run like we've seen in the past, or maybe airing out a little bit more, but the RPOs and I feel like we're a little traditional in that since we kind of set the run to open up the pass game.
yeah.
Yeah, no, man, I'm excited. I've talked to Trent a couple times at the coaches dinners and whatnot. He's a really cool guy, so
Yeah.
I'm wishing the best. So it's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
man. It's been good, man, with Coach McKnight. He's a great guy, great person overall, and he really works hard. And like I tell him, and he's even said it like the first couple of meetings when he got in there. He was like, I'm not here to pat you on the back. I'm here to be critical on you, and I'm here to make you better. And I want everybody in the room to progress throughout the season and get better. And so, and I tell him all the time, I'll be like, I need you to be critical on me. At this position, I need you to be critical on me because I want to get to the next level and I want to be the best player that I could be. So it's been great having him around. And you could kind of see us kind of gel even more towards the end of the season and him knowing how I play and being in the room with him and us having conversations about my game and what I feel like I do best on the field. So I feel like that progressed and now we're moving on to year two and it should be even better.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, I've always felt like Trent has done a very good job at, utilizing your skill set, being a dual threat, right? So obviously
Mm-hmm.
you can't have these designed runs that we see every now and then. And I'm sure he encourages you if, like you said, if the coverage is pretty tight downfield, hey man, tuck it up and go and get that first
Yeah,
down for us. So
yeah,
I love it, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So good to hear you guys are even, just strengthen that player coach relationship even much more. So
for, for sure.
well, cool, man. This next question is a little, little sidetracked. But I am curious to hear your answer on this one. So I'll kind of paint the picture for you here. You got the whole team is on a bus, coaches included. You're going to be on the bus for at least, a few hours. What and you're in charge of the aux cord, whether that's music, podcasts, audiobooks, whatever you want to play. You're in charge of what people are going to be listening to. Brian Keith asked the question, so I'll go ahead and clarify. He was like, is it something that I would like or something I think the team would like? And it's kind of both, something that you would like, but something that you also think the team would vibe to as well. So I am curious, man, what's going to be on Darren Grainger's playlist?
I would probably say some Young Nudie. Young
Okay,
Nudie.
okay,
Fun. Um, I'll probably go Lil Baby. Everybody likes Lil Baby. And then third, I go just a top three. Third, I'll probably go maybe some NBA YoungBoy.
okay,
Maybe I go like that. But the crazy thing is, I have the aux in the weight room sometimes. So
okay.
I go get Coach Mike's phone, our new strength coach, and I just grab the phone and play music. And then I'll run around the weight room and be like, what you want me to play? What you want me to play? Asking all my teammates. And so we just have a good time with it. And it would be interesting, like what I would play for them and stuff like that.
I
What they
love it,
enjoy.
man. I love it. DJ Darren on the ones and twos. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I have a little bit of heat in there. I have a little bit of heat.
Okay, okay. I love it, man. I love it. I gotta say, you guys had one overlapping answer. Brian Key said he said NBA YoungBoy too. So there'll definitely be some NBA YoungBoy guys getting hyped, guys getting
Yeah,
pumped.
that's a
Uh,
team. That's a team vibe. Yeah.
exactly. He also said Morgan Wallen, which was very shocking. I was not expecting that from Brian Keys, but
The crazy thing is, I don't even know who Morgan Wallen is.
he's a country artist. He's pretty big too. So
Yeah,
was not expecting country from Brian Keys, but hey man, that's what
yeah,
makes us. That's what makes human beings beautiful.
yeah.
Uh, that's awesome though, man. That's awesome. I feel like your bus ride, his was like it kind of changed. You know what I mean? Yours is going to be just like I'm not trying to age myself, but crunk the entire time, man. So
We up
exactly,
top all
exactly.
day.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Well, yeah, man. I'll go ahead and get you out of here on this last question. I know you and Brikeys both have very very busy schedules right now, so don't want to keep you on here for too much longer. But this last question, man, it's same one that I kind of gave him as well. This team is loaded with talent and is still returning a ton of leadership and production, obviously with yourself and a guy like Bright Keys on the defensive side. But really, what should the Panther family expect from this team this season when it comes to really just the on-field success? Is it, what should be our expectations as fans?
I mean, we're not expecting nothing less but a conference championship, and that's what our goal is. And we at the end of the day, we don't want anything less. So I feel like our Panther family should want the same thing. So I mean, that's what we're looking at, and that's what we're working towards. And we want to be the best team in the conference, and we want people to know that Georgia State is coming to we're coming to play. So I mean, like I said, we are expanding the conference championship, and that's what we're trying to go get.
I love it, man. I love it. You got to set the expectations high, man. Um, and this next question is the last one. I got one for you too. Excluding kind of exactly what you're saying, excluding winning that Sun Belt championship, because guys like yourself and Bryce Keys and the Blake Carrolls and John Trey Hunter, there's a lot of guys that have been on the team for 3+ years now, right? Like it's
Yeah.
been this a same squad for a core squad at least. So excluding that, Sun Belt championship, what would you want this team at Georgia State to be most remembered for?
The best team to come through here. I mean, there's I've been on the other one. I've been on the other team, 8 wins. I've been on that team, so I want to be on another one. We might as well go do it. I mean, if we want to be remembered, you got to be the best to do it. So we got to go get 9+.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I know you guys can. It's going to be a tough season. It's always a tough season in Sun
Yeah,
Belt, especially with how difficult that conference has gotten now. But I got all the confidence in the world, my man. It's gonna be a big year for the Panthers.
it is. It is. We're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, like I said, man, I'll get you out of here on that. Before I let you go, I just want to thank you one more time for giving me some time
No
this
problem.
afternoon. And yeah, man, like I said, you were my very first guest. I may have you on again, but this could be the last one, at least as a Panther, as a student at Georgia State. So I got to say, man, from the bottom of my heart, man, thank you so much for really helping me honestly create this thing. Whether you knew what you were doing for me or not, you were helping me out a lot, man. So I appreciate it.
Appreciate you for having me. I enjoy being on here. I enjoy talking to you. You're a great guy. And, we chatted up a couple times at the games and all that. So, I mean, I'll do this anytime. Just let me know and we could come back over here.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, I'd say the same to you, man. You're a great guy, and I'm honored to call you a friend of mine, and excited to see what the future holds for you, my man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, man. I'll get you out of here on that. God bless you and your family and your little one, man, your little daughter.
Appreciate it. You have a good day.
You too.